Okay, welcome back to Chris and the Marcus. Today we're going to talk about Micron technology. This is episode 1. Welcome back to Chris and the Marcus. Never give up. Let's go, never give up. And today I'm going to tell you about 16, 17 years of my experience in the stock market. What are my rules? This video will talk about 17 years of stock investing. So let's go right to it. So, Rule one is to never lose money. I know Warren Buffett talked about this, and that is my number one rule. So, why do I say never lose money? Let's say you buy the stock at $10. Let's say you buy the stock at $10 and it goes to 5. You just lost 50% of your money. Now you have to double that. The 5 to 10, it's got to be 100% just to break even. So that's why I say don't lose money, especially if you're coming from the working class. Everything is earned, nothing's given, no free entitlement, no food stamps, none of this stuff. You have to earn it every single day. Okay, number 2, I say never marry a stock. Why do I say that? Because news is always changing. Maybe you caught a run on Micron and then the news changed. Maybe the news that came out for Apple, and then you have people short selling, and then you have people buying, and then the news and the fear. I just say, if you make money, you make money. Never marry a stock. Number 3. What is number 3? If unsure about investing in the stock market, put it all in the S&P 500 VOO. VOO. So what is VOO? What is VOO? Let's go to VOO. Here right now, we're looking at some of my picks. But if you go to VOO right now, I already know VOO is the S&P 500 index. So if we go here to uh, holdings and just say, I don't know what, here, VOO. So we have 7.5 is NVIDIA, Apple, 6 points, almost 6%, Microsoft, about 4, Amazon, 3.61, Google, you can see that, Broadcom, 2.77%, Google again, so Google has 2, Micron Technology. Look at that. It's increased it. It was a couple months ago, it was 1 point something. Now it's 2% of VOO. So that should give you a clue right there why the big money is buying Micron Technology. And Meta Platforms about 2, and Tesla. So if you're unsure about picking this, you get about 36% of the S&P 500, right? And this doubles about every 7.5 years. So if you have $10,000 and you put it in here on any big red day, it goes down 20 points. And then you look at it about 8 years from now, it should be 20,000 if you don't touch it, right? If you don't touch it. So just look at the weight of the segment right now: technology, financial services, communication services, consumer, cyclical, healthcare, et cetera, right? So this is why the most of my money is in this, right? Because if you can't pick any of these, then this has a long-term track record. Okay, back to my rules now. Back to my rules. Um, Number 4, never buy a stock below its 200-day moving average. Every time I bought a stock below its 200-day moving average, I basically failed. It's basically been a loss, right? It's going down for a reason. It's going down because they're not making any money, because maybe there's a con man leading the company. There's always a reason why it's going down. So never buy a stock below its 200-day moving average. Number 5, only buy the price you want, which requires patience and self-discipline. Right. In stock investing, I believe patience is number 1, is 1A, and self-discipline is number 2. So patience After you've decided to buy this, after you've done the research, now you got to give it patience to grow. When you have a plant and you want to grow a plant, it just doesn't grow into a big tree overnight. It takes time, it takes love, it takes sunlight, it takes water, it takes good soil, right? And sometimes it's going to be a storm. Sometimes it's going to be a storm, and that plant is not going to have time to grow. But over time, patience, 1A, and 2 is self-discipline. It would be 1B is to have the conviction to finally hit the buy button and buy. Okay, number 6 is, what is number 6? Okay, this doesn't make any sense, but wait one more day after you decide to buy. Waiting one more day has saved me thousands, hundreds, or thousands of dollars. So say you want to buy AMD and it's 500, and you say, okay, you're going to buy 40 shares. Well, that's a lot of money. 500 times 40, that's a lot of money. Just wait one more day and see if it gives you that discount. What if it goes down $30, $40? If it goes down $30, $40, say it goes down 40 and you want to buy 40 shares. That's over $1,000. 1,006. That's over $1,000. That's what I'm saying. You make your money on the buy. I know it doesn't make any sense, but have the patience to wait. Have the patience to wait. Okay, number 7. If you get down 15% and your gut tells you something's wrong with the stock, sell it and take a loss. Because that 15% in my stock investing, it's going to turn into 20, 25, 30% loss. You have to be willing. In business, it's the cost of doing business. So if it goes down 15%, just bite the bullet, sell it. You don't want to let it keep going down. That's only for single stocks. You don't do that with the S&P 500 VU, because the VU has a track record of long-term going higher. Okay, number 8. You must study the income statement and the balance sheet. If something is questionable, don't buy the stock. Right. So look at the numbers. In accounting, they have to tell the truth. It's called general accounting principles, something like that. Honesty and integrity are probably the most important thing, right? You find a con man in the business, you find like a used car salesman, someone that's trying to trick you, being a dishonest person. Run, 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 run far away. I'm a very honest person. So I don't want to be your friend. If you're a very dishonest person, I don't even want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. Honesty and integrity are my first way of thinking about stuff. So if the income statement right now, Micron's income statement keeps showing that it keeps making total revenue keeps going up, the net profit keeps going up. That's what I want to buy that, because I can see the demand. I can see the demand and the growth and the scale of the business. Number 9, don't be greedy. Greed has a way of teaching lessons. Right. So I heard something, I'm going to give the credit. I heard something on School of Hard Knocks. And the old, I forgot the guy's name, the guy with the glasses and the hair, the short guy. And he said on the School of Hard Knocks with the other guy, he said, back in like 2000 or something, or whatever it was, people were buying Yahoo.com. And they were buying it at 6. And one guy sold it, it was about 2, and one guy sold at 6. He said he made $1 or $2 million. Then there was people like, oh, I'm going to wait till it goes to 60. I'm going to wait till it goes to 60, and then I'm going to sell. Well, long story short, the stock never went to 60, and then it went back to like 4 or 5. Well, you had your opportunity. You had your opportunity to make money, but greed kicked in. Maybe you want to make 10, 15 million. Why don't you just make 500,000 or $1 million, right? That's life-changing for the working class. And now you got nothing. You got nothing. Say you want to put a 50, 100K into this Yahoo, and now you got nothing, right? So greed has a way of teaching lessons. Number 10 is learn about um, taxes and always get a second opinion. Always. You don't know if this tax accountant is lying to you. You don't know if this lawyer is lying to you. Do your own research, especially from the working class. Your number one thing is to look out for your money. Their number one thing they're looking out, they're trying to make money too off you. Now, if they're not telling you the truth, you go and you get a second or third opinion. And then you find the one who's telling the truth. If you have one doubt in your brain that this guy's trying to trick you, you quickly walk out that door, right? It's your money. Remember, if you follow me, I went bankrupt 16, 17 years ago. Why? In real estate. I didn't understand what I was doing. I trusted the wrong people. You got to be smart. You got to be self-disciplined. Got to use your gut. Let's go. What is the next one? Right. Money is very personable. Money is very personable. Right. If you make a mistake, look at it as a lesson. Don't repeat the mistake. Right. So I'll give you an example. I had a business partner in Las Vegas in 2004 to 2009. He was looking out for his best interest. He did not care about me. All he cared about was making money for himself. But whose name was on the loan? Whose name was on the deed? My name. So when the tenant or whatever couldn't pay me, who was going to go bankrupt? Me. I was going to go bankrupt. So always look out for your best interest. Always have your best interest first. Understand what they're trying to do, blah, blah, blah. But you control your own destiny, right? So money is very personal. If you make a mistake, don't repeat it. The next one, it's not on the list, but I'm gonna put number 12. When you come from the working class, you're making 2, 3, 4,000 a month. You have to take smart risks. You have to take calculated risks. I'm gonna say this bluntly: you have to have giant balls. If you truly believe something, like AMD, Nvidia in 2016, 2017, Netflix in 2011, Facebook when it went under 100 in 2022. You got to have giant balls to put that money on the table and believe in your conviction. If you want to keep working the 9 to 5 jobs, which I just did for 30 years, well, that's another episode right there. I'll tell you about 40 working class jobs in the last 30 years I've done. So read this 2 times. 1, don't lose money. 2, never marry a stock. 3, if unsure, simply invest in the S&P 500 VU. 4, don't buy a stock below its 200 moving average. Only buy the price you want. You make money on the buy. Okay? You must have patience. Patience is 1A, and self-discipline to buy is 1B. If something doesn't make any sense, I mean, excuse me. I know this doesn't make any sense, but wait that one day. Wait that one day. The stocks always give you a second chance, a third chance to buy the discount, saving you hundreds and thousands on the buy. You make your money on the buy, right? 7, if it goes down 15%, just sell it, take the loss, and that's it. Move on, right? That's part of doing business. That's part of doing business as an investor. Number 8, study the balance sheet. If something does not make sense, if there's lying on the balance sheet, if there's corruption, if there's a con man in place, run. Integrity and honesty is number 1, in my opinion. I don't lie. Okay. Number 9, don't be greedy. Greed has a way of teaching lessons. Learn about taxes, right? Always get a second or third opinion. Money is very personable. If you make a mistake, look at it as a lesson. Talk about it openly, but yet privately. But Don't make that same mistake again. 12, have giant balls when you truly believe something. Stock picking, leaving the 9 to 5, owning your own business. It's going to be work. There's always work to be done. And that's why I say never give up, never stop learning. Let's go higher. And if you like this video, please, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to grow this channel. I got 16, 17 years experience of failure, right? If you can do it, I can do it. If you truly believe this, you have the guts, the tenacity to never give up and to always try your best every single day. The discipline, the patience, the belief, anything's possible. I'll see you guys next time on Chris and the Markets. Let's go, baby.